So I have a specific type of guy, and most people that know me know I have a very, very particular type that I tend to go for, which I'm now trying to no longer go for. But I'm on the apps, I'm having a little swipe, I'm bored, I'm having a look. However, I am so picky nowadays.
That is why you fail.
I don't know what I want. I actually don't know what I want. Maybe I don't want anything.
Some things that I let my ex-situationships do. I can mind your business. So I had a 9-month situationship because foolish ones.
Your intellect is as weak as your dollar. Failure is your destiny. You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Give me the sit trap. And today, guys, we have more women who regret hookup culture after being part of it for the last 5 years. And we all know they don't really regret it. They rather regret the consequences, but they will still do the behavior if they could. And they still do. So let's start and let's see what they have to offer.
I want to talk about sober dating and specifically apps. So I have a specific type of guy, and most people that know me know I have a very, very particular type that I tend to go for, which I'm now trying to no longer go for. But I'm on the apps, I'm having a little swipe, I'm bored, I'm having a look. However, I am so picky nowadays. Now that I can see clearly and I can view things through clear, sober eyes, it's not looking good for me. If a guy has any form of alcohol in a picture, I'm like, no, no. If he's got photos of him in like Ibiza, Zante, those type of places where he's clearly in one of those like super clubs, no, see you later. If he's a finance bro, see you later. I know what comes with those type of guys, especially after working Central. See you later. If they're an arty musician kind of guy, again, no, not doing it anymore because I know what comes with these types of guys. And
Notice the word anymore then, because all those things she is mentioning are things she has already done. It's guys she has already been with. So let's say that these women, they start with a white blanket, they start with a white page, and they can write on it the preferences that they have, the guys that they want. And instead of, writing down, I want a good guy, good morals, who can take care of me, who has plans for the future, who is stable. Instead of writing that, they write, oh, I want the boys from Ibiza. I want the boys who don't care about me in the slightest, who are emotionally unavailable, who only want to use me as a toy. And then they go for years at a time, not changing those preferences. And then suddenly, guys, they think that they can take a rubber and just delete all their past, delete all their mistakes, delete just all the bad consequences that come from years of choosing the wrong things, and suddenly say, you know what, I'm over it. Now I know what I want. It doesn't work that way.
I'm so like prompts or like bios has anything to do with alcohol, like tequila. First the thing that I ordered to the table is tequila. No, annoying. Or like shots on me, annoying. Or I can drink you under the table, annoying. Or like let's go for cocktails and whatever. Like, how boring. No, I want to do something fun, but I don't want to do an activity because that gives me the ick. I don't know what I want. I actually don't know what I want. Maybe I don't want anything, but I don't want anyone that's like their life revolves around alcohol. Or like the bio.
Like how she says, I don't know what I want, because that's the thing. She really doesn't know what she wants. And look, I don't like being around people who can only enjoy themselves if they drink. But if I were dating this woman, the drinking is the only thing I'd do.
Bio says, what does your typical Sunday consist of? And it's like being hungover in bed. Like, you're not really selling yourself to me here. Like, you're wasting your Sunday in bed? No. Or like when you're chatting to someone and you're like, oh, how's your day been? Whatever. And they're just like, oh, nothing. Like, I'm just hungover, lol. Lol. I'm just hungover. I don't know. I think these guys have pissed me off a little bit. Like,
The funny part is, I would understand this message if it came from like this really traditional Christian woman that wants something more. But she was the type of girl that, you know, men used to get hangovers from. Like, she was the one that they would flirt with and they would smash and then they will be hungover from the last night, you know. Like, she was part of it. She was one that took action in those things. And now she doesn't want it, which, you know, I'm not saying you can never change, but it's a little hypocritical to be part of it for so many years, and now suddenly, all of a sudden, from one day to another, oh yeah, they suck. I will never be part of that anymore.
I had one guy message me and he was like, can't you just have one drink? No. He's like, but I'm Italian, please. Like, it offends me that you're not having a glass of wine with me. It offends you. It offends me that you're trying to force alcohol upon me. No, sir. No. Then I had a guy last night message me and he was like, oh, just to be open with you, like, I do take drugs, I do drink. However, it's absolutely fine. I have no problem with you being sober. You have no problem with me being sober? Thanks. That's so sweet of you. I, however, do have a problem with you being 33 years old and that you are still taking drugs. Sir, you're not the one for me. So I'm probably going to delete the apps again. If any of you have any single sober guy friends, I'm in London.
I didn't know that in London, apparently, there are just no men who are sober. There are just none. You know, London is filled to the brim with guys who can't stop doing substances and drinking alcohol. Nice to know. You know, some things that this woman says I could understand, maybe coming from another woman or said in another situation. But just coming from her, look, the one fact stands. If you're a woman, you can always find a man. You're not gonna come to me and tell me that there are no sober guys around, just every man is the same. No, the men you are picking are the same, which speaks more about you than it does about men, right? I mean, it's always, guys, the narrative is always, all men are like this. Poor little me, you know, I want to find a decent guy, but it just so happens that 100% of the men in my area are this really specific type of guy that is not the vast majority of men, that is a minority if you look at men. But wow, what a shocker, what a surprise. It just turns out that everyone around this woman, every single man, happens to be that way. It's either that, or it's just the man she's chasing after.
But it's bleak out there, girls. It's bleak. And London guys are just another breed. I actually can't.
There's some things that I let my ex-situationships do, because apparently I had no self-respect. So trigger warning, big forehead, make mind your business. So I had a 9-month situationship, because foolish ones. I just finished helping this guy with a self-tape, because, you know, I love dating actors, and he was like, oh, Ma, like, I want to show you this song. I didn't think much of it, because most nights when we hung out, we would just, like, listen to music and sit a little too far apart on the couch, you know, and just have that weird tension that no one talked about. And it's a song about how, like, it's so easy to be around a certain person, and, like, the connection is so strong. I'm like, oh my God, is he playing the song for me?
She looks exactly like an alien here. With a big forehead. And these are her ears. And then she has like dots around her face. Just like an alien.
Because, like, it reminds him of me. I'm like, oh, wow, this song is so good. Like, kiss me. And then he's like, yeah, this girl wrote it about me. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I miss her. And I'm like, oh, okay. Other time, same guy, I invited him to a movie premiere with me, right? So he was going to come to my apartment, pick me up, and we were going to go together. Still picked me up, except he didn't even come to the door. And, like, he didn't even drive to the door. Like, God forbid he got out of his car. He was sitting in his car in a random parking lot about a block away, right? So I'm walking in my, like, tiny little skirt and my heels through Hollywood. And then when I waddled my ass to the parking lot, I called him and I was like, hey, I'm here, where are you? And he was like, oh, I see you, like, walk this way, walk. Like, he was scavenger hunt with me. A couple weeks later, he'd invited me to a
Oh wow, that moment when you have a situationship with a guy who clearly doesn't care about you and has many other options, and he doesn't behave like a gentleman. Can you just imagine? And the fun part is, guys, this is the best part, this is what gets me. If this guy behaved like a gentleman, she wouldn't be giving him nothing. Not her body, not her attention, not anything. That's the best part. If you behave like a gentleman, she wouldn't give you the time of day. But because you don't, she's attracted to you, yet she whines about you all the time and expects you to be a gentleman. Yet again, the moment you start behaving in a good way and treating her with some respect, she'll flee away because she's addicted to the anxiety. There is no pleasing these women. There is no man on planet Earth, maybe no man in the universe because she's an alien, right? But no man, creature in the universe that can please this woman.
Concert for a band that we both really loved. And I was like, oh my God, great. Like, you grab the tickets, I'll Venmo you. He was like, no, like, they're on me, I'm getting them, whatever. So we had a whole group going, right? Concert gets to be a week and a half away. And I'm like, I still haven't heard anything. That's so weird. So I text this guy and I'm like, hey, buddy, any updates on the fucking ticket? No response, of course, because why the respond? But he's swiping up on all my stories, of course, as they do. 2 days before the concert, he's like, hey, sorry, like, you can only buy tickets in bulk so far, but like, one of our buddies probably can't come, so you can just like buy the ticket off of him. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my own ticket and bring my own friend, right? So I go on the website, and first of all, he about the whole like bulk buying the ticket thing, and he made it seem like the venue was sold out, but like it was maybe 50% full. And I found out later on from a different friend that like the guy I was talking to just had extra tickets because he was like, oh yeah, I don't even really know the band, like I just went because like the tickets were there and they were free. We were just gone a really bad lie. Anyways, I had a bunch of stories that I was gonna tell in this video and I ran out of time, so if you want another part, let me know. Ollie's Pain 10-minute version coming soon.
Whoa, a 10-minute version of her ranting? I'll pass. No, thank you. And guys, I don't even know what to say. I mean, if you have problems in situationships, I don't know, don't be part of situationships for 9 months, I guess. I wish all of it, I wish all problems on Earth will be solved with one sentence, one action. I just wish. And of course, if you go deeper, these women cannot take this one action, right? This really easy resolution to their problems because they have deep mental problems that they've brought upon their own lives with their actions. But hey, it's on you to fix them, right? Gentlemen, we're not here to be psychologists, therapists. We're not here to be saviors. You are here to live your life, and if you want to find a good wife or a girlfriend or whatever, there's always plenty of women that are going to be better than these women on dating apps that do nothing but trash their lives all the time. But with that being said, leave me your thoughts about this last alien that we saw. I hope that you don't have nightmares with her, and I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.